The interesting thing about fan games is that you never really know what to expect. So I kinda checked them out at random, and I came across this game, which I thought might be another bad game, but it turns out it was like 100 something megabytes, so that's always a good sign that some effort was put into the game. I was playing the game like normally, moving along, it seemed okay, and then I got to this part. Jumping down to what I assumed was the next boss when all of a sudden, the fan game turned into R.B.I. baseball. Now, a lot of you might not be too familiar with R.B.I. baseball, but as far as sports games go, it was probably one of my favorite, and really the only baseball game that I ever played. Except in this case, the rules are quite a bit different, and, well, maybe there are no rules really, if the crowd is allowed to throw beers at you, giant beers in fact, and pretty much for no reason. I mean, I can throw like 10 baseballs at once, the crowd is still not pleased. I could strike out this guy like 50 times, and they're still not happy. It's a pretty interesting idea for a boss, striking this guy out. Maybe the umpire's just insanely blind. And it's also smart to kind of take your time, as you can see, otherwise that happens. But for reference, here's what the original R.B.I. baseball looked like. So the fan game makes a pretty faithful recreation, I would say. The only difference being that the runners on first and third aren't just floating heads. They actually have arms and legs and bodies and can actually play baseball. That, and of course it doesn't take 5,000 baseballs to strike out somebody. I assume that makes the innings extremely long. So it's pretty simple overall, perhaps not as flashy or as interesting as Dark Souls or Rhythm Heaven in I Wanna Be the Guy. I still appreciated this. It's always nice to see a game that you know make a reappearance in fan games. At least for me, it has that sense of nostalgia. And they even reused the same home run noise, so that's some extra nostalgia points.